Good morning, Helens. My name is Michael, and today is Tuesday, March 8th. And as we continue looking at women's history this month, on this day in 1884, Susan B. Anthony addressed the U.S. House Judiciary Committee, arguing for an amendment to the U.S. Constitution granting women the right to vote. This was 16 years after legislators first introduced a federal women's suffrage amendment that still hadn't been passed. And in 2019, the U.S. national women's soccer team sued for equal pay by filing a federal gender discrimination lawsuit against the United States Soccer Federation. And now here is your Scotty News. Community in Schools is having a weekly raffle for everyone who has perfect attendance. This week's winner is 6th grader Ruby Velasquez. She was the winner out of 348 students with perfect attendance and 0 tardies. The crazy thing is that there were 433 students with perfect attendance, and that means 85 of them had tardies. Did you know that being on time is the #1 job trait that employers look for? If you were in the play How to Eat Fried Worms, I have a few friends in there. Shout out to Arthur, Ray, Mason, and Charlie. There will be a drama club meeting in Mrs. Fow's room on Thursday after school from 3:35 to 4:30. Please make arrangements to attend. It is a very important meeting. And if you are a National Junior Honor Society student, you also will have a meeting in room 18 after school on Thursday. This week, please make arrangements to be on time. On March 18th, we will have the Honor Roll Assembly where all the scholars will be recognized for their hard work. Each subject will have an opportunity to honor those students who have worked hard and resemble top scholars in that field. Today we look at the life and impact of Dr. Ellen Ochoa.
And I say it's a little bit hard to keep my concentration because I'm looking out the windows at some great views of South America right now.
I'm Ellen Ochoa. I'm retired from NASA, but for many years I was an astronaut, and I was also the director of Johnson Space Center. I was interested in space exploration like a lot of people when I was growing up because the Apollo program was going on. When the space shuttle flew for the first time, it was a very different kind of spacecraft, and it could hold more people and do a lot more things. A lot of it was going to be focused on scientific research. That got me excited about maybe being able to do research in space. I was really fortunate because my first couple of flights, it was studying the Earth's atmosphere, and particularly the problem of ozone hole and ozone depletion. There was broad consensus based on scientific research that human chemicals that were being used on Earth, specifically CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, were making their way over many years into the upper atmosphere. They knew it would take decades to really see it change. So this is an example where people paid attention to science, but we took action, and it's actually having the intended effect. When you look at the Earth, certainly what I noticed was just the atmosphere, the land, the oceans, people living on board. They're interconnected. And as humans, we've made a lot of artificial borders and barriers, but that doesn't really stop the natural processes from working across those barriers. You can also see fires where there's deforestation occurring and the loss of soil as it goes into rivers. You can see, smog over some of the large cities. Over the time that I spent at NASA, women and also people who are also underrepresented in the STEM fields did move into positions of leadership, high visibility positions, and you see that much more now than you did 35 years ago. If we're not taking advantage of the talent that exists more broadly across the population, we're missing out. We really need all the best brains. I've had the chance to talk hundreds of times to schools and school groups, people that have been inspired by me. It really makes me happy because I think people being able to reach their full potential is hugely important. Schools and school groups, people that have been inspired by me. It really makes me happy because I think people being able to reach their full potential is hugely important.
The Dr. Ochoa Award will be awarded to the very top scholars in the field of science here at Highlands. Thank you for watching Scotty News. Gracias por ver a Scotty News.